Um, the next example is what are the half-life and K for a substance to go from 245 grams to 188 grams in 2 hours and 20 minutes. You have to write the one entity, so I put 2.33 hours. Okay, so half-life now, we don't know the half-life and K, but we're going to be using the same formula as we did before, just a different bent on it. So let's take a look at that. So we're given here an unknown half-life. We're given here an unknown K. That's what we're solving for. We do know that the original value or number of grams of A is 245. And we do know that at 2.33 hours, the amount of material we have here is 188 grams. And like I said here, T here is 2.33 hours. All right, so if we use the world's worst banking formula here, so this is going to give us, well, let's put up there to make sure we remember, A is equal to the original A times 0.5 to the n power. We do know A is 245 grams. We do know A sub 0 is 188 grams times 0.5 to the n power. So we divide both sides by 188 grams. We get 0.5 to the n power is equal to, and we get 0.767. Now, the issue here is that we have a variable as an exponent, so we need to get it out of the exponent. And there's two ways that we can do this. One, we'll take a logarithm on both sides, and we can either be a log log or natural log ln. And since the other formulas we've been using at this point involves natural log, I use that. But I also did it as log to make sure it came out the same, exactly the same thing. So this makes no difference which one you use. But I'm going to take natural log here on both sides. Now what that does, the natural log of the exponent of this number, well, the exponent of this number is n. So that is 0.5 to the n power. I'm sorry, that's not right. The natural log of 0.5, sorry, the n power, which is n times the natural log of 0.5 equals the natural log of 0.767. That number will go right there. I found that to be negative 0.265. Well, the natural log of 5, which we've already calculated once before, is a negative 0.694, and it's been multiplied by n equals negative 0.265. So, I'm going to get n myself by dividing both sides by negative 0.694. And that, cancel the negative sign out. And n turns out to be 0.382. The label for n is half-lives. Okay? Now, the formula for n is n total over I'm sorry, not n total, t total over t half. 3, 2, 1. So after we get this formula written down here, go ahead and plug in for what we know. We have 0.382 half-lives. I'll just use HL for that. The total time for this we're given is 2.33 hours over the half-life. So again, this is a scenario where we can flip-flop these two right here and get the T1 half out of the denominator. So T sub 1/2 is equal to 2.33 hours over 0.382 half-lives. And this will give me hours per half-life, which is what T sub half is going to be the label. And I get 6.10 hours. So there's your half-life. Now to calculate K from that, we already have said K is equal to 0.694 over half-life. You know, I flip those two around from the previous problem. Well, this is going to be 0.694 over 6.10 hours. But, and there's always that big but, we need to change this to seconds. We want K in terms of seconds to the -1. So this is just a conversion problem, and we can do that in one step. I hope we all realize that there's 3,600 seconds in an hour. If not, I want you to sit in front of the clock and count the seconds that go by in 1 complete hour. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun for you. And we end up with 3.16 times 10 to the -5th seconds to the -1, and there is your value of K. Okay? So, practice problems are on page 642, problems 57 and 58. Good luck!